Hey folks, fWhip here, and welcome to Misadventures. Last episode, I opened the Road Builders Guild, and I had the first recruiting day and brought in 5 more people to the guild to build roads. Today, I'm hoping to find the first client and build the first official road of the Road Builders Guild, and do a simple build of starting the entrance to my first dungeon. So be sure to click the like button below as it helps me a ton, subscribe if you're new, and it's time for a misadventure. It's moving day. I've got to remove everything here from my storage in the fWhip family farms before it can be converted into a full RPG wheat farm with these big old fields out here in front. Now first, before I can do that, I need to set up a job board for the Road Builders Guild. Guild members should now have the ability, yes, we can break and place certain blocks inside the wilderness, which is lovely, so we can start working. But yes, a job board is needed for the Road Builders Guild so we can start bringing in work for our new members. Last episode, I held a recruitment session for 5 individuals on the server, and they all passed the test somehow. I wish I could say it was with flying colors. Fire! So it is my job as guildmaster to ensure they have work to do and can start building roads across the entire server. Step 1 for that, we're gonna need a notice board so they can actually see what jobs are being posted. And since some of them seem to be accident prone, I'm just gonna fill in this little hole here too. I am thinking for our notice board, we're gonna have a bunch of item frames in front, and then right behind those is gonna be the barrels where we're gonna have the payment that the road builder will receive once they complete it. And we'll make it 5 wide and 3 tall. I'm probably gonna have to remove this tree back here as I want it to kind of stretch back just a bit. I was gonna go anyways. Eventually. Strip down all of our mangrove logs, get ourselves a little bit of light. I have some orange candles we can throw here in the front that I had extras from our last build, and in the backpack, there we got our flint and steel. And then here, I want all of these barrels facing forwards. Made a bunch of item frames that we can put in front, like mentioned. And then for our little roof, let's grab a few more mangrove slabs. First, spruce right on top of here to create a bit more of a trim. And then I was thinking we just do mangrove right along here. And then I don't have enough mangrove to fill it all in, so we're just gonna do deep slate tiles for the rest. And here we have the Road Builders Guild job board pretty much ready to go. Now we actually just need some jobs for this thing. Yeah, we'll hopefully be able to track some of those down here soon. While we wait for those jobs to come rolling in, I need to set up a new storage area. And well, I want to turn part of the Road Builders Guild Hall that's gonna sit eventually on top of this hill into my home and storage room. Something a little bit more permanent to last the time. And I was kind of thinking right along this little divot in here, we could dig back and just use this for now as a very temporary but semi-long-term storage cave until I actually build a real storage room. It's gonna be gross. I think this is gonna be a good next step for something very temporary just to get me through the next little while as we work on a lot of big fun projects, as I'm kind of envisioning Misadventures to be exiting what I'm calling the early game phases. We've had a lot of little projects going on which have been so very cool, but you'll see today as we move into working on the first dungeon, I am so extremely excited about doing some big grand things on this server. So making my infrastructure and all that look nice is gonna be a little secondary. For now, we're just going for a bunch of chests on their ground here. That should be enough space for a simple storage room for now, and I just need a lot of chests in order to fill it all in, so let's do that and craft them all down, and I'm definitely gonna be needing some more. Yeah, that didn't even get half of it done. Well, that's a good start at least. We'll start with our stones in here, and then honestly, I'm just gonna get the rest of the chest before I figure that out. How did you get here? I accidentally summoned my rat. I ran out of logs that I was willing to spend on making chests for now, as the rest I want to keep for decoration things later. So I'm out here in the resource world chopping a bunch of birch trees down. There we go, just over 4.5 stacks of birch logs, and hopefully that gets us through. So back to the overworld we go. And there we go. Made a few extras, which we'll definitely use later, but I think I can live out of this for a little while at least. Just maybe. I think we'll start with all of our logs down at this end, stone down at that end, and then miscellaneous and other like dirts and things and random stuff down there. All right, I got a lot of things to do. I don't want to fully empty this space, but I think I want to take my anvil with me, the grindstone, definitely all of these guys, and my stone cutter. The rest, they'll stay as decoration, but we're gonna be emptying those. And all of this smelted through too, so that's great. And this is about to be a lot of experience. What do I need mending on? This hoe for sure? Yeah! Oh, I forgot those are full of copper. Oh, geez. Thankfully, it can all condense down into blocks pretty well, so double chest turned into that. Oh, there's water to fall in here. Oh, I just clenched up a little on that one. I just want to make my floor all cool and stuff. For our floor, I'm gonna go very stereotypical storage room after I get things figured out what's going in here. Like this is gonna be our stone, so that's gonna be a stone underneath it. We'll probably do I guess that's deep slate in there. And we'll do cobblestones like right in there, and we'll mark those as we're going. But outside of that, I was thinking for the floor, we have a little stone here coming in just a touch like it was, and then we're just gonna do some noisy pattern in here with our cobblestone, a little bit of our mossy cobble, and some tough, just to make it not stone. Yeah, that's not bad. I currently have 5 empty shulker boxes that we can use to fill up with all of our stuff, so it should move pretty quick. I have a 6th in here, but it's completely full of clay balls, so that's just gonna stay as is, and I'll see what I can do to get these guys out of here. Oh my gosh, I have so many shards from running that dungeon. Let's just save a few stacks here and just craft them all down. Why not? Sure, yeah, let's just do that. Oh man, I'm kind of sad moving out of here. I've got just a few things left around that I don't really care to take with me, but that's everything out of here. These are the last set of boxes to move out, and yeah, I'm gonna take my storage room bed with me. Might as well. And in here, nothing super worth taking. We can fish up more salmon, and oh, you know what I am gonna take? I'm definitely taking my potatoes with me. This is a wheat farm, ain't no potato farm. Got all the farmland in here though, so I might as well just fill it back in. I would love to harvest this up another time, but I think it's definitely gonna fill my inventory up, so we'll probably just wait until it turns into a useful point of interest, and then hopefully that means I don't have to replant it myself because I've done it so many times. Yeah, just an extra little blob in here. Why not? Just one last little expansion to the wheat field. Oh, fWhip family farms. We'll see which fWhip takes it over. I've organized things a touch in here with wood over here, stones down at this end, our foliage down here, dirts at this corner, and then all my precious stuff like my metals and things and all the extra books and whatnot that I got, all crammed here with mob drops and all those things right in the middle. And then in the middle over here, this is kind of nethery stuff for now, and ice, which I actually want to craft down into blue ice. And then I do need, where are my buckets? Somewhere. I'm still learning. There we go. Soil, need those, and I need to go get some lava. Hopefully we can find some overworld lava, as I want to make a little mini basalt generator. I'm gonna need a lot of it for the build today, so I figured we could just plug one into the wall of the cave that we have. I hear some lava gurgling, so hopefully we could just dig right over into it without falling in it. Oh, yeah, without falling into it, please. Okay, 2 buckets from there. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I think I need 2 minecarts to make 2 hopper minecarts. And I need some rails, and then I think I actually need a piston, right? Because I gotta push them in. We're just gonna have a secret little back area here that we're not gonna tell anybody about. It'll be like Avid having his little bee farm. We're just gonna have our own little farms back in here. Definitely need some more coal, so we'll just pull this out of the wall here, clean up the little box it made, and this can be our farm. I need to go get some more blue ice in order to expand it, so we're gonna have to start very simple for now. For sure, what we do, minecart hopper right here, break that, and then I need to push the soil into it, and then we put the blue ice up here. Pretty sure the lava then makes basalt. Oh, perfect. And I should be able to just mine it. And we've got basalt. Lovely. Okay, we've got a little tiny baby basalt farm back here. Next up, I want to clear out a little bit of space and everything that I moved over. So I'm looking through right now for all these enchants of ones that I just think I'm probably never going to use. There's a lot of good ones in here, but like Prot 2 probably won't go for. And Breaking 1, yeah, we can get rid of it. And we can come over to the grindstone and just return them back to normal books, as I need a lot of these. Then from here, we need to grab a few ink sacks, as I want to make 3 just to get started. And do I have any feathers? Please, we do. As I need to make book and quills so that I can accurately give a survey, because it can't be a road project without a survey first. Well, I wait for potential customers of the guild to jump jump online that we can work with, I can start gathering resources for today's dungeon build. And well, first, before anybody realizes it's here, I need a lot of basalt. So we're just gonna sit back here and hope it goes pretty quick, because I need like 300 something. Slight problem already, it's spitting out the back. It's fine, it's totally fine. I believe fire tick is off, so that might actually fix it. Okay, back to grinding we go. Right, that was going so incredibly slow with only 2. I have went out and found more ice, and I believe I might need to take that and move you just over 1 so it'll flow both directions, and then we've got... I just broke my water source. Also found a mushroom island, so I got mycelium. But now with the new expansion to our little farm here, that's much, much better. Okay, that was worth it. And there we go. That should be all of the basalt we need and some extra if I run out. And leave our little black market farm out there. And where do I have shulkers in this chest? Nope, I moved them up here. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Next up on the list, I need an entire shulker box of dirt. So I jumped into the resource world to pick up everything I would need to shape out the landscape a bit better than what we currently have surrounding the mountain. Spawning in a mega taiga has actually worked out really, really well here, as I also need a lot of mossy cobblestone for the walls and some coarse dirt right down here, which is going to be really easy to grab all of it. And oh my, wait, that's a lush cave in there. I also need moss. Oh, this is getting so lucky. Right, there's almost 5 stacks of coarse dirt, and I think that'll do it. Then I just need a few more stacks of mossy cobblestone, and the boulders shall provide. Right, there we go. That is just about 6 stacks of mossy cobblestone, and I'll finish it off because, yeah, don't worry, that's gonna bother me too. There we go, 6 stacks. And now down we go into the lush caves. I need a ton of moss, and yep. Oh, hello. Nope, not right now, thank you. Very busy. Oh, that's dangerous. I won't fall down that. Oh, I fall. Oh, okay, we're alive. That's fine. Totally fine. We're doing great. Oh, diamonds. That's nice. Mob battle aside, things are going pretty well down here in the caves, as I picked up nearly 10 stacks of moss, as I want to use this along with the grass to texture some of the area around the entrance. And we're going on a little bit of side quest. I just got another shulker, and it's filled with a ton of stone. And Chestnut, we've got to head up to Avid's base, as he's in need of hay bales desperately, and I just kind of threw out a random number of 8,000 coins for a stack of them, and he said yes. Do I feel a little bad? Maybe, but that's fine. It's for the content. Wait, Family Farms, fWhip, whoever we... Hello, Family Farms, hay bale delivery service. 64 bales of wheat for 8,000 coins.
Wow. That is extraordinarily steep, but I'm desperate. Here you go. Yeah, sure. Easy doable.
All right, here you are. Stack of hay bales for you. Thank you very much for the 8,000. Ooh, wow, that feels good. All right, hope you enjoy the hay bales. They're the best hay bales of wheat you'll ever see in the whole wide world.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, you're not doing anything weird with like captivity or anything in here, are we?
No, definitely.
Or are you just like taking a bunch of wheat inside there? You got like a TARDIS or something, just like really big on the inside, or what you doing in there?
Huge on the inside. Definitely don't look around. Don't snoop too much, okay?
What's that? Like a bleeding sound? Like a little going on? What's that?
My nan is over to visit, and she has a condition, so she just kind of she's clearing her throat.
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, Okay, well, Thank you for the coins.
I think he was onto us, but I think we covered ourselves pretty well. Yep. So, quit!
So, no, what's going on in here, Evan?
This isn't what it looks like. This is I took all the goats on the server. Every single one of them that I could find.
I can see
every single one.
Yeah.
Even Bill. Bill is in here.
Even Bill. Expected.
I'll put him back.
Expected better things from you, Avid.
No. I'll put him back. I'll put him back.
This is gonna go on your record. This is going on the record.
There's a record.
Back into the grind. I yearned for the mines, especially this blob of tuff, as I need a lot of it for the walls. Then we're going into the branch mines to hopefully find some diamonds and pick up as much cobbled deep sled as I can fit into my inventory at this time, as we're gonna need a lot for the cliffs. Right, yep, I am building cliffs today, and they're gonna be very, very contrasty. So next up, I need andesite and light gray wool. So I'm really hoping to find some light gray flowers to get for dye out here. I just realized after finding some squids in a river that I can just get the black dye from ink sacks and then double the amount of light gray dye I have combining these together. So if I could find some squid, it might be faster. There's not a single squid in this ocean. I hate this. Finally found squids. Thank you. Can't even one-shot squids. I really need to get a new sword. I think I'm just gonna resort to dyeing the sheep at Molly's sheep farm again and shearing them, because that's gonna be way faster than trying to get 3 stacks of ink out here. And finally, there we have some andesite. This is hopefully gonna be the last thing we need before we can start actually building. Next up, we need our light gray wool, first starting with the dye. And chestnut here, we've got a bit of a journey to make. Hello, sheep. I am back, and we're just gonna dye a bunch of y'all light gray for today. Can you dye this sheep? Nope, can't dye Sean. Right, let's hope that this goes quick. Well, that was quick. Already a stack in here, and it's been about a minute. So hopefully if they keep growing their wool, we'll be done in a few minutes. And there we go. That is just over 3 stacks of light gray wool, and I think that's going to be enough to get me through this project. Only using it at the top of the cliffs for like a highlight. I don't think I have to worry about it burning down, but I might as well get a few extras. You know what? Well, we're already halfway down here. I got 2 tools that are pretty, well, 3 tools that are actually pretty busted. And, you know, there's kind of a crypt down here, and I'm pretty sure that's the best way to get experience. So we might go do a few runs of that. Throwing the mending tools in my offhand, I am jumping into the crypts to pick up all of the chests and fight a bunch of mobs for more experience. There was an update recently for the crypt that makes it a little bit smoother to do, especially with finding the exit lever apparently. Wasn't able to figure out how that's any easier, and also I did 4 runs and didn't even get the axe half repaired over what had broken on it. So maybe not the quickest. I did get 2 more enchanted golden apples though, so we can say hi to Esperanza and turn both of those in. I have some very sad news. Well, good news and sad news. Good news, got all the resources together. Great news is other people are online. Very sad news, I just crashed and Chestnut disappeared because I was riding the horse when I crashed and I logged back in and Chestnut's gone. But we are venturing off to Ollie's right now to see if he wants a road, because he really needs one if you look at this. Somewhere in these hills lives an Ollie. I really don't know where. Ah, that would do it. Hello, good sir.
Ah, if it isn't my old friend fWhip.
Hi, buddy.
fWhip of the many coin.
The roles have reversed. Look at you living in a cave here. Oh, with some dripstone. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, this is my mysterious cave hole.
If you're interested, I'm here representing the Road Builders Guild. As guild master, I'm going around the server to try and acquire jobs for my new guild initiates so that they can start building roads around the world. Would you be interested?
Is it a scam?
No, this is a...
Because I'm very used to being scammed by most people on this server.
This is a legitimate thing.
You can be honest with me.
I can be very upfront on the pricing for you and everything. This is very legitimate.
There's a road down by the Pumpkin Man.
Yes,
so
yes.
If you go around him through the forest here and then up the side here, that's kind of how I was thinking. You know what? I'm happy to let you... You decide. You're the road builder. I'm just the guy. I don't have a guild. I've just got a big hole.
I'll do the math for you and get you everything you need to go. But you get started, we do need the 500 gold up front, and then we'll get to work on it, and then I'll give you the bid and all that.
See, 500 is quite rich for my blood. fWhip. That's a quarter of my total net worth currently.
Yeah, but
I spent it all on my mysterious cave hole. Could I perhaps give you half? Up ahead of time.
Well, I mean, it's 500 and then it's going to be whatever. Do you want me to do the... I can do the whole math
up front.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're a crazy man.
What? I am representing a guild here. I got mouths to feed.
All right, I'll do the 500 up front, but I'm going to need the maths.
Here's the empty bag.
But I'll give you it. There's your bag.
Thank you. There's the 500. Thank you.
Okay, guild master. Hop to it.
Alrighty. Hopping away. Alrighty, there we go. First customer of the Road Builders Guild. Woohoo! Woo! I'm gonna be taking this one on myself just because I need to give a good example for the guild, show them how it's all done, and it's a little guy, so I think I can do that all pretty simply myself and get it all done. We might have to come through here and fix up this road because this is not up to standard. Chestnut's back, everybody! Yeah, it's just some new socks. Yeah, this is it. This is Chestnut's back with just some new socks, everybody. They just went to go buy some clothes. Yep, Throw the gold horse armor on, it's like you could never tell. Yeah, perfect. Somewhere down in my storage hole, I do have some name tags. Not that I need one, because they already definitely have a name tag on them because it's the same horse. Yeah, definitely, totally, same horse. I've got my next victim, client, I'm tracking down as they are out past the crypt where it is already terrible to get through here. That's not them, that's L. L is a potential future client, but for now, I need to go out through this forest as somebody out here desperately needs a road. You two are so difficult to track down out here.
Oh God, why are you here?
Okay.
What do you want?
I'm stuck in the forest.
Road.
That's actually what I'm here
road?
for, is I'm trying to come around on behalf of the Road Builders Guild, and Cam, you look like you are somebody who needs a road.
I would love a road. I am tired of just strolling through these woods, not safe. I want a well-lit, beautiful road.
So I'm here on business as I have guild initiates, new recruits into the guild that I need to make sure they can earn some coins so that they can, spend their livelihood and are encouraged to continue building roads. So would you like to have a site inspection and then we can look at how much it would cost to get you hooked up to the road network of the world?
I would love that. I would love something like that. We're just heading to my place right now.
Oh,
if you'd
perfect.
Like to join us.
Let's go all the way there and we can get the full deal.
What's the cost?
So it's a 500 coin entry processing fee to get you in here. We'll do the whole site inspection, get it listed out, and then we'll give you a full cost estimate. And the cost estimate is going to be, we're going to count the blocks that the road would travel along all the way back to the nearest road, whatever the nearest road that you want to.
Here is payment. Here's payment for the site inspection.
Okay, thank you very much. And then from that, it's going to be the distance that it's going to go times 5.
I'll help
be a
pay.
lot of money.
I'll help.
Well, because we got to build a
I'll
5-block wide road. I mean, you're the one who decided to live super far out.
I didn't decide that. Lizzie gave me a spot, and
All right, well, show me where you live. Let's get the full idea here.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Right, what's the quote then? This is around
All right,
about the
okay.
area.
I gotta do some math. So we're looking at a total project cost here of 6,250
per person.
No, in total, not per person.
Oh,
Divided by 2, so that's gonna be 2125 for ranch to crypt per person. So that's from each of you, and then Cam owes an additional 2,000 for the ranch to Cambridge.
I'm ready to pay you, fWhip.
Here, I am
All right,
too.
yeah. So if you guys want to send over in the things, I can go get this up on the notice board, and then somebody can go pick it up right away. You get a road coming through here soon.
Good, clean roads.
Alrighty, there we go. That is everything that we need, and I'll go get this posted on the notice board. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Alrighty, here we go. The first road contract is up on the wall, and the payment is all going to be in here so people can see what they're working for as they're picking up and taking on a road contract for the Road Builders Guild job board. Oh, that feels great to have one on the board. And yeah, I am going to keep all these. I think it's good that I do one too, because I don't want it to just be like where I'm in charge and everybody else is building roads. No, we got to leave shovel in hand. That's a good amount of guild business done for now, and it's time that I get back to working on my dungeon. I am very excited to get to work on this space, but man, we've got a lot of trees to clear out here. Thankfully, I actually do need to spruce through some details later. So I brought over 2 empty shulker boxes just to be safe with everything else that I'm going to be filling up here. And then we've got all of, I guess, this one. And then right over here, we have all of the materials that we should need to be able to build the thing. I would love for this space to still look like a forest in the end, but for now, I need to clear out all of the trees in front of the entrance so we can more easily see everything we're working on and do some landscaping. One problem, however, is the dark oak leaves from all these trees don't seem to be despawning. Thankfully, I do have the enchanted diamond hoe so we can get rid of them and just collect the leaves for ourselves, but those are kind of floating pretty high above the ground over there. And yes, this turned out to be a ton of spruce logs. So I'm very happy about that. I really should have done this when I was clearing it all out, though. It would have saved so much more time. Well, I guess at least out of this, if anything, I can build some custom dark oak trees now because, oh wow, I have so many leaves. And yes, in my texture pack, which we are using here on the server, I have made them slightly darker than oak leaves because, you know, it's a dark oak leaf. So it is actually slightly different than what you'd see on oak leaves. It's not just a biome tint. And this should be the last blob of leaves that needs to get taken down. Ah, much better. A wide open canvas for us to build on. I filled the entire shulker box. For our dungeon entrance, I want to introduce one of the ideas I'll be using in the dungeon, which is water will lead the players through all of it. I've already started on one little boulder here. I'm waiting for the grass to grow over, transplanted one of them up here, but I want to build some very contrasty cliffs up here. And for the block palette, we can come over here as we have our darkest one, deep slate tiles. It's a little man-made, but I think it'll work. And then we have basalt, and then we have deep slate and the top of deep slate, then a little cyan terracotta, some tough mossy cobblestone, into stone, andesite, light gray wool. Forgot to pick up the last one, but we have our light gray concrete powder. So this is a very, very long block palette, but I think it's gonna work out really well. This is definitely a messy looking build, but I want it to be something really impressive from a distance to make people want to come and explore it and check out what's happening on this mountain as we have the rocks stacking up to merge into the hillside. Yep, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. Very, very chaotic, as mentioned. And you can see this little channel cut in here where I would actually like to, first off, put some dirt right there. And then find my way back up to the top as I want to turn it into a little creek running all the way down. You'll see it jumping out right there. And looks like we need another piece of dirt. I almost died so many times building this up because I don't have feather falling yet. And it's starting to be very, very spooky. So we're going to have to really go try and find some feather falling here soon. But I think if I just throw this water up at the top at the end in here, that should send it a good chunk of the way down. And just about. Okay, we need some more water sources. Guess I can save a little bit of time if I do that. And yeah, it shouldn't flood everywhere. Take that and climb. Yeah, few water sources thrown in here, and that'll carry it all the way down this way. And now I just need a few more sources to take it all the way down to the main river. And there we go. We'll add some grass and things later, but this is all the way down now. And I like how I did the coarse dirt up here, but I kind of forgot to do it on this section. So just gonna fix that up real quick and try and keep that same bend. And right back over here. Man, I wish we had the firefly bush. That would look so good right along this thing. I might have to come and add those later if we get those soon on the server. But yep, you know what? I think this needs another half to finish it off. Repeating the same idea with a larger overall rock shape on the right side, we have our main chunk of the build done. I really love how this looks right now. I used a new idea that I saw from my friend Germsy Boy in Axiom to use like cylinder shapes at an angle to create rocks, and it's a really fun effect when you add a little bit more erosion to it. You can kind of see a few of them like there, stuttered step next to each other, and I think it just adds to the overall vibe really well to it. But we still need to clean up inside of this gorge, ravine, whatever it might be, not too sure, but back here needs to look much more like a cave entrance instead of a gross unterraformed space. That right there is much more like it. Oh, I'm going to be really, really happy with this space. I left some areas where we can throw in a few slabs just to help ourselves reach up farther into the dark, spooky cave, which needs a little bit more dark and spookiness at the back. So I'm going to throw some black concrete in, as I'm assuming we'll remove that when we get started on actually digging out the place. But like, you'll stand in this area and you get teleported in the dungeon, kind of like how it works on the crypt and the sewers. From here, I want to build a little outpost. Well, more like just a little tent as a lean-to of sorts right against here. No, nailed it. Thinking we literally just move some spruce slabs going over, so it's super simple. Yeah, this gives us a little bit more of a human element in here as people are maybe prepping to go into the dungeon. So we'll need a few supplies around here and probably like some campfires to get across that. I'm not too far away from my home storage room now, so thankfully it's pretty easy to jump back and forth, as I just need a few things to decorate it all out. That right there, though, is looking really cool. Right, just grabbed everything I think I should need to be able to fill the place out. And ooh, flint and steel. I have some on me. Perfect. Back in here to darken the dirt up a little bit more, I brought in some mangrove, which I think could be a cool way to add some extra texture to the floor. And for more texture on the floor, skeleton skull. Got some glow lichen over there, and I'm thinking back here we'd probably do 3 candles. A little too bright, so I've changed that back to 2, and that should be good. A lot of people play on a lot higher brightness than I do, so they'll see it like this, but I think this way just looks so much better. Then for our little bridge, we can just bring some campfires across. Probably 8 should be totally fine. And then also we can use campfires as like a shelf back here, surrounded by a little bit of our spruce trap door, and it's gonna run into the top. And I actually only have 1. I thought I brought more with me, but we'll throw that in there. Yeah, it's not bad. And maybe beehives just piled up for some stuff over there. I don't think we'll use a bed, as we have respawn points throughout the world already as little graveyards, so we don't need it, but this really could use some foliage. I did bring a stack of bone blocks with me just in case, so we can start with 9 of those in here, and I'm thinking we just go around and bone meal it a little bit, get rid of all the flowers, and then we'll come back in and add some leaves, because I think I brought a stack of oak leaves with me. Ah, yes I did. I left some of the yellow flowers in here, and that is starting to look really cool in here. The extra just bushy and lushness to it I think helps out a lot, and we'll need to extend that out here a touch, and we can keep those yellow flowers in, being very careful to not bone meal the moss, and just reassembling these guys into a few smaller patches throughout. You know what though? I would love for this to feel very lush down here, and we can't bone meal grass on it, so I'm gonna have to, I brought my shears with me, I'm gonna have to manually harvest some. We got a decently flat space over here, so okay, yeah, this should work. And a lot of this is just gonna be filled in right along here. And then I do want to come through and grow up some of the shorter grass ones into double tall grass, so it just looks extra lush in this section. Yep, without going too crazy on it, that I like the effect we're getting in here. It does feel a bit like I skipped a section up here, but if I put the taller ones in, it's gonna really break away from the shape we have, so I think just the little guys will do. And ooh, I need more spruce. So we need to make this definitely more accessible to be able to walk all the way up, and that's a very fun entrance. With the lower area grassified, I need to repeat this to the upper section with our moss, but manually having to place all of the grass down, otherwise the moss will grow over all of the stone detailing that I have just done. But with those extra details coming together, it just adds so much to this space, and I am very happy with how the dungeon entrance come together. Small problem though, I only have 2 cooked mutton left in my name, so we're gonna clean up the mess here, and I need to go find some food somehow on this server. How are we looking from back here? Yeah. Those little pops of the yellow in there with our dandelions, that's really fun. Here I was sitting AFK in Maryport when Ollie and Cam came up to bother me, but reminded me that I have a road to build for Ollie. Getting started on this next project, I first plotted out a line of moss blocks going from the nearest road all the way up to Ollie's cave and made sure he was happy with it. From there, we need a ton of packed mud. Thankfully, the fWhip family farms is able to provide half of the needed materials with all of the wheat growing over here. Crafting down just under 2 stacks of hay, we're good to go into the resource world. And it has the absolute worst spawn I've ever seen in a Minecraft world, with no trees and only a sandy beach island. Swimming out to the next nearest island, there were still no trees to chop down. So I swam for another 5 minutes before I found an island that had literally 1 jungle tree on it, but enough to make a boat. Terrible spawn aside, boating across the ocean, I found exactly what I needed, a mangrove swamp full of mud, which I proceeded to tear up until I could fill up an entire sugar box of mud and muddy mangrove roots to use for this road and future projects as I need it. Back in the overworld and at Ollie's road, I started to clear out a layer of dirt, being careful to make sure that my shovel doesn't break after all of the gathering it's done already so far. Shovel is okay, and we're off building up the different parts of the road, keeping the packed mud, mud brick, and a little dirt and jungle blended into the middle of the path with some mossy cobblestone on the outsides to blend it back into the grass. Come on, Chestnut, we're done. Here it is. The first road project has been completed by the Road Builders Guild. Definitely following the tenets of the guild with the most aesthetic route instead of the quickest route, and I am happy with how this has all come together. And well, Ollie's already paid us, so it doesn't matter if he is. No, I'm just kidding. He said he likes it too. But we're coming all the way out here, way past his cave hole entrance. looping around the side of this and trying to naturally curve our way back up here to where it ends, currently just shy of his land, as he wanted to kind of dither out to an end and then he'll do the rest from there. But I'm happy with how this one turned out, and it is completely horseable, which is perfect. Then we also have this extension over here, which could easily move off that way. If somebody else builds out in that direction, we can expand off the road as we need. Back over at home of the Road Builders Guild right now, we can head on into the recruitment center, as it is time for now, as we don't really have a library yet. We can put the first book up here, which is Ollie's Mysterious Cave Hole. We can show that we've finished it. And we've got our 1,000 gold, which he has already paid. He already paid it, right? It's been a while since we had that conversation. I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah? I think that's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm pretty sure he paid. But that, my friends, is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so very much for watching. Click that like button down below if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side, where we've got a dungeon to build.